Hello everyone, Zerda back again, this time with another Legacy video. Same deck once again. I know this might be getting a little boring, but I'm trying to once again get the ropes of Legacy, try and get back into the groove of the format. And sticking to one deck is probably the best way to do that, especially because I'm not entirely sure how the format has shaped up after companions and after the companion bans. Goodbye Luris and goodbye Zerda. Alright, so deck hasn't changed since the last video. Still have Ice Fang, Sylvan Library, the Veils are in the board. After a few more games, I'm going to move into the 1v1 queues, build up a little bit of ticks, and then start moving into leagues and trying to change up this deck a bit. Once I feel I've fully gotten back into the swing of Legacy, I'll start brewing a few crazy things like I tend to in paper, and I hope you guys enjoy. So please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I know these aren't going to be the best few videos, but I also really need a break from standards, so. Alright, Legacy Tournament Practice. And here we go. Oh, buddies only. So not them. Alright. Just waiting, making sure that another queue doesn't pop up here. Alright, so if it looks like it's going to be a bit slow today, I will just jump into the 2-player queue. Kind of hoping it isn't. I don't feel confident enough in playing yet. It's been a while. Oh, there's a companion. Oh no, that's graveyard. Okay, I was concerned there for a second. Oh, there is a companion though. Alright, so here I've got basically mono cantrip, and I'm playing against a miracle style or multicolor control deck. Not gonna be a big fan. Could be full tie, could be anything. I don't really want to play the long game with them. This one I'm gonna keep, although I'm not the most happy about it. If I find a green source, then this Sylvan Library is going to be pretty good. And I'm gonna get rid of a Ponder. Also going to, could also Eldrazi? Oh, that's terrifying. Okay. Blinking Thought-Knot Seers? Huh. Not a fan. Alright. Not opposed to that Beseiju. That'll help us fight through any Chalice of the Void. Yeah, it's looking like we can turn 3 in Emrakul. I shouldn't have put them in that order, but alas, no one has accused me of being smart. Suppose I'd rather they take my Emrakul than my intuition anyway, though. Chalice on 1. Aha, you fool. I have no ones. Oh, it seems I put the Ponder back, but it is helping me out, so let's pretend I did that on purpose, shall we? So, here I can go for an intuition, but then they wasteland it off. That means they don't get to Thought-Knot me next turn, though. No, they'd sooner get the... Alright. I'm gonna grab not a forest, I suppose, a trop. Play Sylvan Library. Now we could be taking a considerable amount of damage this turn. If that's a Reality Smasher, we're in big trouble. Kinda hope they do wasteland our green source. It'll turn on this intuition. Oof. Alright, no problem with Thorn of Amethyst though. Always yield. Always yes. I always, at least in this matchup, want to use the ability. Alright. So, we can just plop an Emrakul into play this turn. I think I like that. As long as they don't play Ulamog, I think this just kinda gets it for us. I guess Eldrazi sometimes plays Karakas though. Phew. Any creature. For shame. So they're able to, we've tied up their mana at least. They'll have to spend 3 a turn to stop this Emrakul from swinging. And if they can't, then... Oh, there's the Karakas. Okay, that was a concern, but I think under the threat of prison, we were kind of caught with our hands tied there. And that's actually game. So let's go to the next one. Nope. And so that'll happen. You've got to be careful with your just show and tell in the Emrakul, but I think in that position, continuing to play and getting Thought Knot seared would have put us in a worse position, and that is definitely a card they're playing anyway. So, let's see, I'd rather have the Blow Up than the Echoing Truth, but I'd want the Echoing Truth so that I could wish for ways to deal with a board that has gotten out of hand. The only cards I really want to cut on the play are Spell Pierces, but I'm not sure there's anything I'd want to bring in. Yeah, and I don't want to bring anything in. I think I'll just deal with Spell Pierce being a counterspell for their prison pieces, and be happy with that. Okay, definitely gonna take the play. We didn't come here not to try and kill him as fast as we can. We are playing combo. Just because that combo has Spell Pierce Ice Fang doesn't mean it is not combo. Alright, so we could just end up getting turn 2 Thought Knot ripped our Omniscience out of our hand, so we're not gonna keep this, even though I think it's generally okay. It's not the most powerful. Alright, this one I will keep. We have a Force if things go horribly wrong. We have double Ice Fang. I'll be putting back a Ponder and hoping to draw another card to pitch because I'd rather resolve those Ice Fangs. We're also hoping to find a land and be able to resolve Sylvan Library here. And this isn't the best match for Library. We can't just go absolutely crazy and draw all the cards we want, because they do present a decent clock to us, but Library will still be able to dig us a few cards deeper and draw us a few, act as a pseudo brainstorm for what we drew every turn, as long as we can get it down next turn. It is possible I should have mulled for a faster combo, but I don't think the chances of getting it turn 2 versus a hand disruption deck, although they're barely a hand disruption deck, is the best course of action. Especially when they also have Thorn of Amethysts and such that will slow us down. Alright, once upon a time, Lotus Petal. Alright, now I'm getting concerned. Chalice on 1. Alright, this Ponder is a Force Fodder. That's an unfortunate draw step there. Maybe I should have played the Ponder on 1 after all. I had changed my mind because I'd rather have deployed these and figured I could just play it turn 2 if I needed to. Alright, this is definitely getting worse by the second. Now there's a Cavern we have to contend with, and we're not anywhere near a combo. Alright. So, my mistake. I should have led on... Right, that I am going to force. I'd have rather obviously hit a thought knot, but that is no longer an option. Dang. So gotta find... Not a fan of this play, obviously. But it is the play I have forced myself into making. If I had played the cantrip on turn 1, I'd have been able to find a turn 2 land or shuffle this away. I was thinking of digging a little bit deeper, and if I got lucky, I could save it to try and dig for a combo piece. After I decided not to, after saying I would. Always yield. Always yes. At least in this matchup. There are times you don't want to. Some people are insane and play decks where it could be a very bad mistake. Alright, I need the Emrakul. And with these, I have to keep at least one. I can't keep two. I need to find a land next turn. So that these Ice Fangs can start going on defense duty. That card prevents me from doing anything eventually. Don't like it. My Beseiju is now turned off. But that Thorn of Amethyst would have made things even more difficult on me. Alright, here comes Sylvan. Alright. Hopefully we are allowed to get as far as blocking. I don't think we're going to with that. Oh. Doesn't put us in a good position, but it does do what we need it to. And anything we can do to get them to take our not Emrakul here is what we've got to do. Well, I'm pretty sure we're just dead now that there's also a second creature in play. Nope, they were indeed smart. I think they forgot that I don't have an active Ice Fang. Rainstorm does nothing. Intuition does something, but casting it kills me, so... And there you have it. The end of the game. They will blink my Ice Fang Quaddle and swing in past it. Yep. We get to draw a card at least, but that's small consolation, and the downside is lethal. And there you have it. Play against a narcissist. I'll be on the play. Maybe I should try Sneak and Show, but Not as familiar with that variant. Let's see. Yeah, I'll keep on the play. And I'll bin one of my show and tells. I'm an omniscience away from winning. Oh, an omniscience in a land. And if they play hand disruption, I can brainstorm to hide show and tell cunning wish. Alright, this is a Delver deck. Oh, no it isn't. Okay. Ooh, is this Ruby Storm? Alright, that's interesting. Gonna save the brainstorm. I might need to dig for a Force of Will next turn. This is a really fun deck. I'm not sure how good it is, but it's very, very cool. Plays a little bit like Modern Storm, except it doubles all of its spells, and it plays a sorcery version of the Rite of Flame. Just double all your spells cast after it this turn, and if you cast another one, that gets doubled, and things go absolutely crazy. It's really sweet. So I'm going to need to use this Impulse, I believe, to dig for a Forcible, because I don't imagine I can stop them with just a with just a Spell Pierce. They'll be able to keep going off. They have the mana, they have the second land. Oh, this is Dragonstorm. Okay, that's much worse. Okay. Let's see. It's riskier to brainstorm because I could just lock myself. Let's see, storm count 2, 3. So they'll get 3 dragons. I don't want to brainstorm lock myself. I do still. Alright, so I could have got there. This is on me. I was thinking that I don't want to brainstorm lock myself. I still need to like look for a win. And there's not a certainty that I'm dead this turn as much as next, but really wish I'd gone for the next turn now. I'll grab the Ancient Tomb. I might need more mana. Yeah, Brainstorm found more outs, but Impulse meant I was more likely to be able to win if they don't kill this turn. Calculated risk, but apparently I am not very good at math. Oh, it's 4. Alright, then I'm just dead. I was thinking it was going to be 3 dragons. Oh yeah, that's right. I put the 4th spell there. Laughless. Yeah. Just not familiar with that one. This one give haste. I know the last one is. It's going to be Dragon Lord Kolagon. I'm more used to the old new version of Dragonstorm. Where they kill with they can kill with a Dragon Storm for 2. Is that lethal? Imagine it is. I can't imagine it isn't, is a better way to put this. This is really sweet though. Legacy is a crazy place. Look at this. Not even in Commander where you see the Laughless Double Scourge. Oh, now that is sweet. Off of a Dragonstorm. Yeah, I was more used to the... Yeah, there's nothing here I'm going to change against Dragonstorm. I don't really have anything for them. I'd rather have this in the board. Trickbind I might want to bring in if I don't want to wish for it to counter their storm. Yeah, I'll play first. I am more than a show and tell away there. I am a single card away, and I can start looking turn 2. Sounds like the only thing I need to do is keep this hand and get it done. If I chain cantrips off the Brainstorm Omniscience turn, then I am golden. Yeah, the old version was just it grabbed Dramoka for protection. If you didn't have the time for protection, you got Dragon Lord Kolagon. Let that one go. Okay. That's a concern. Ooh, are they going for Burning Wish? Or for Empty the Warrens? I think it's better if I try to win post-empty and not increase their storm count. There we go. Yeah, 8 gives me a little bit more time than 10. No need to fear whatever they're putting in. And there we go. Cast Cunning Wish. Yes. Firemind. Cast. Grab Cunning Wish. Impulse. Brainstorm. Cast Impulse. Grab Omniscience. Cast Brainstorm. Put back Spell Pierce Omniscience. Actually, let's just put back double Omni, in case I don't understand the order they go in. Cast. Yes. And let's release the Earth Shell. I believe Dragonstorm is a 9-drop. So I'm pretty sure we're safe here. No, we don't need to have that. Let's see. Trickbind to hit the counter, but it's just Kolagon, Dramoka, and the double strike Dragon Lord, Atarka, so that all of your dragons have haste, they're double striking and lethal, and you would do it off of, you would just entomb the Dragon Sword into your yard and use the Mizzix Mastery, I believe, to cast a spell from your graveyard, so it's Storm Count 1, then you get the Dragon Storm. And you get 2 copies of Dragonstorm, so you can just win off of that. Although it was not as nice as if you had to ritual into it, and then you got the 3rd for the Dramoka. It just let you play less dead cards. Alright, so in this one I'm a show and tell away, but this seems a bit slow against them. So I'm going to mull for a faster combo hand. Oh, that's a faster combo hand. Bottom the Misty. Turn 1 I will ponder, looking for any kind of disruption. Unless, of course, disruption. Alright. Perfectly fine to play Steam Benson Legacy, by the way. It's not going to cost you too many games, except against Delver a few. But that's not too much of a big deal. It won't lose you that many to Delver. No shuffle. Alright. They might run something like Flusterstorm to protect their combo. I'm very concerned that they didn't go for it there. I'm just gonna... I don't think they can play the forces, so I'm just gonna hope it isn't specifically Flusterstorm. Alright, that resolved. That's good for us. Lead on Ponder because we cannot do it at instant speed. We will take the Astrolabe first, so that our Preordained digs us as deep into our library as it can. Ice Fang, even deeper. Trying to make sure that that Brainstorm goes as deep as it needs to. Here we go, Cunning Wish. Fire Mines. That's where I really wish we had the shared summons, but alas, we're trying to play a more optimal build. And here's the Impulse, grabbing the Emrakul. The Brainstorm. Putting the Spell Pierce and the Emrakul on top. The Cunning Wish, grabbing the Release the Ants. And that is game. We will do 1 point of damage at a time until we are dead, revealing Emrakul every single time. And let's see, how much time have we elapsed? I think that means that I am perfectly fine with going into a 2-player queue for you today. Still pretty early, and I'm pretty sure I have... Oh, that's why. So, let's go ahead and join. I'm not entirely confident in my ability to navigate Moto yet, but I think I've about caught up on what I need to do in Legacy. This is 100% a mulligan. No blue sources, no way to really get there. I'll keep this one. I'll bin one of my omnis. Snow-covered forest. So far, so good. Astrolabe. About what I expected when I saw the Orion. Good old Moto bug. Always draw what you bin. That's right, I cannot spacebar to OK. This is not Arena. Pretty sure I can, or that there is a shortcut, I'm just not aware of what it is. I'll ponder here. Doing it before my land drop in case I bait out a counterspell. Card I least want to draw, most want to draw. Ooh, and you can't undo on those. For shame. No shuffle. Play out the Flooded Strand, and pass the turn. Alright. if you're not playing the Mystic Sanctuary, which you absolutely should be, then Flooded Strand should be replaced with Prismatic Vistas. You just barely ever want to grab the actual trop, and most of the time it's always an island you're grabbing anyway. Okay. So now if I deploy my city, I kind of give up the gig, or give up what I'm doing. And even if I resolve the show and tell here, there's no guarantee of a victory. Yeah, I think I'd rather... No, I guess I'd be able to show and tell Omniscience, cast Omniscience immediately, force a full backup. So, because I have the second show and tell, I'm gonna go for it here. And once again, fetching does not destroy the City of Traders. So I have no fears there. And if they counter, I let them. I have a second one. Okay. Second show and tell is the show and tell I protect. Snapcaster Brainstorm is no concern of mine, especially if they don't have the mana open to shuffle away what they grab. Really wish I could shrink that right now. It's rather intrusive. Try shrinking the entire thing instead. Oh, that's annoying. So I can get it out, but I can't make it go away. Oh, there we go. Alright. So I'm pretty sure... Ooh, okay, that's because of what we have on top of our library. This is why you wait to fetch until the last moment. Wasteland wasn't something on our radar, but clearly it's something we should have had there. And we will protect this Force of Will, pitching the Omniscience if necessary. One card left. Hopefully it's nothing. Find a Brainstorm. Cast Brainstorm. And I will gladly just take the Emrakul for the easy kill. There we go. Post board against a Lurrus control deck. We're going to want some Veils to help protect ourselves, as well as a Carpet of Flowers to ramp us up. And a few Shifting Ceratops. They can't bring out all of their bad cards, so it's a little worse to go on the Ceratops plan than usual, but it's not going to be the end of the world for us. Remove 2 copies of Spell Pierce, as we now have Veil, which is better at protecting. They're not a discard deck, so I'll bring in all of the Veils. let's see. Emrakul less likely against a white deck. Just more likely to have things like Caracas. One less Omniscience. It's not really going to be our plan. Trim Preordains. I'm not going to trim the Omniscience here. Because it is our best combo plan. And we're still a combo deck. Sifting Ceratops doesn't change that, and I need to be aware of that. I'm just always really loath to trim on cantrips. They are just air. Now, the reason I'm keeping the Ice Fangs, where I might want to be trimming them, which I will do on the play, is I believe that if we had one less Omniscience and replaced it with a cantrip, I'd keep, but here I'm not going to. I'll keep this on the power of the Boseiju. And I will bin... Ooh, actually, should I have... Oh, that's a toughie. I'll get rid of one of our Shifting Ceratopses. I'm not sure what their threat package is. And Ice Fang is a cantrip that will also be able to protect us if they try and land a quick Tarmogoyf or something along those lines. And I doubt that's what they're up to. They're a Yorion deck, but I like to play cautious. Astrolabe. Not the end of the world. In fact, now if we draw a land and a show and tell, we're in a very, very powerful position. Might want to respond to their Astrolabe. I guess I'd respond to their casting, not their triggers. I do have Wasteland, so I'm somewhat concerned about my Boseiju. But I'm not gonna babysit it if I don't have other lands to deploy. Next turn we can deploy an Ice Fang, even if we don't draw another land. Alright, so like I said, they have Wastelands, but I think we were right to do it. What we really want is just any land, though. Preferably snow. Alright. Snow-covered land, and we get to start deploying Death Touchers. If these were Preordains, I'd be in a much better position, so take that as you will. Perfect. I will also deploy the Ice Fang on their turn. There's not really any big reason for that other than if they want to spend a removal spell, I want them to use the mana on their turn. And I'm letting them know about it before the fetch goes off, in case they're tempted to do anything about it resolving. In case they want to counter it or something, they won't be able to brainstorm for it and keep anything they have. Just giving them less options. And doing it now, because do not know what we might have. Alright. Also hoping they don't deploy more of their own and choose to sit back for a while. Jit is very powerful and very bad for us. At least with our current setup here. Let's see, in the sideboard I can Cunning Wish for an Intuition, although that's very much desperation mode. I'm gonna deploy an Ice Fang so that I have something. I have the potential to draw land here. And these do need to deal damage with the Jit equipped. Either way. There we go. So I get to deploy land and not have to worry about keeping up my, or not having my City of Traders later. So they have the ability to trade with all of my Ice Fang Quaddles. Because they can remove counters to give -1/-1 to whatever they choose. Let's see. We could potentially win. So I'm going to deploy the Brainstorm first. Could even win with Counterspell backup. I don't need an Omniscience. I don't need a surplus of Omnisciences. Snow-covered. I'll grab Snow-covered Island again. Just rely on the Astrolabe to provide my green mana needs. No. No reason to do it like that. Play a Trop. The reason I might have wanted to have, oh wait, was that not a miss? That was a miss. Grab the Forest there. Is the ability it would give me to play the Ceratops without needing this Trop. The reason I didn't is if I draw another fetch land, I would like the option, if this Trop gets blown up, to deploy in other ways. I'm gonna, how do I put this? If it gets blown up, I would like to grab the Mystic Sanctuary and reuse anything I might have, letting them down my creature, so they, I suppose I should have waited to see if they pump, but I doubt they would have. My mistake there. Deploy Ceratops. I will, for obvious reasons, not be hasting in. Gaining 5 is fine by me. Not gonna fight over it. Force has better things to do. This also lets us know that they kept those in. So, that's a lot of damage they can do next turn. Can deploy Ceratops Library here. Ceratops to eat up the counters and buy me a bit of life to use the library with. I'm just not really feeling the pressure to try and go off here. This can also hopefully bait out any kind of enchantment hate they might have brought in for the omniscience. Don't need to go off by a lot, just need to manage to go off. There we go. This will be a very large chunk of my life total, but as of yet, that is fine. Right. Always yield. Always yes. Remember to always yes first, unfortunately. Something I need to work on. If I keep them all, six, so 12, 13, 14, 15, put on top. Put on top. I'll pay for the keep the astrolabe. Need on ponder. Start digging for the show and tell this turn. Any order, and I will shuffle. Astrolabe. Have the mana to do it all? But if I fail, I am dead. I feel safer going for the impulse. I'll take the ponder. And if I find it, then I go for it. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I have the mana to just hard cast Omniscience next turn if I take that Carpet of Flowers. Well. Suppose that's the plan. If we have to force, we die, though. Yep, losing the mana. That's right, I won't have the mana because of the... what do you call it? I won't use it now, no need. Because of the fetch land. But I think I'll still be able to Cunning Wish for what I need as long as... Yeah, they didn't have a flash threat there. I won't be able to defend myself with Force of Will, which is very annoying. But this is the position you put yourself in when you wait to try and dig for it. Yep. Very big snap. Okay. Down to 1. And anything else you're going to do, opponent? Oof, we let them get to the point where they hit the legal minimum deck size. Yorian. Alright. As we cannot protect ourselves with Force of Will anyway, we will put it and the Flood Strand back. Target you, okay. I opt to add blue. Three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3, 6, 9. Alright. Exactly enough. Cunning Wish. There's no way we get this, by the way. We will grab... I guess I kind of want to find Surgical to see what's in their deck. I'm gonna actually try and go for it. I think it's more likely that we get value off of trying to figure out what's in our opponent's deck than we do by actually attempting to go for the combo here when it's pretty obvious we don't get to combo. But I'm gonna go ahead and fight it out in the off chance that we get there. And I'll let my opponent think I'm a fool by killing myself with Force of Will if they do try and do anything. Here we go. I'll let them know by counting my own spell up. Play. I'd rather be sleek and low to the ground. A lot more all in on. Let's just get there. Yes, I would like to play first. I think tomorrow I might actually post another arena video. I've had a decent break from standard now. Alright, let's see. No, I feel I can do better than this. I know I can do better than this. This is looking unfortunate for me. Mulligan-wise. You know what? That's fine. I'll just need to find land, I suppose. Gonna keep my second land. I don't want to be just kind of stuck with no real way out of this. I have the full combo. I just need to wait until I can pull something together with it. Put a Force with it or a Veil of Summer I can cast pre-combo. Veil being the best. Or just a second show and tell, I suppose. Worth noting, if they have mana up and I get an Omniscience in play, I will wait for them to act before casting my Cunning Wish. Waiting for them to act is just a little bit better in that it means if they have a way to blow it up, then I get to respond to it with the win. Land, please. There we go. Basic island. Now, there is definitely a school of thought here that says just because I have the second show and tell doesn't mean I should just jam. But I'm not of that school of thought. Like if I wait until I can jam and then jam the next turn with counter backup, already, that would be slightly better. Worth noting, if I draw a fetch land, I will just jam again, even in the face of a potential force of negation. What did they pitch? Raise and Borrower? Yep, that would have been an answer to Omniscience. Okay. Oh no, more like, am I right? Alright. Good enough for me. I'll just jam 3 turns in a row, hope they don't have Force of Negation. Force of Fall. Much better. Yes, please. Every turn I'm jamming. They pitched a Snapcaster. If they keep on top, I'm very concerned. 2 cards on bottom. Alright, I'm jamming. 3 counter spells is a lot less likely. Doesn't matter to me. Don't believe Yorion is a Death deck. There we go. And I will act in my opponent's upkeep. Actually, I'm gonna act now. I have a fancy play syndrome. Just grab Cunning Wish, Impulse, Brainstorm. This way I just have the highest chance of actually going off regardless. Omniscience should be good enough to win here. I don't imagine they have any 10 drops. Put back Island, Omniscience, Cunning Wish. Yes. Grab, release the ants. 1. And this is where, obviously, a shared summon would make us much happier people. But alas. Opponent's digging for something. I think they have a Brainstorm. Which to me means I'm going to cast my Ceratops. In case they find something that can blow up my Omniscience. And Brainstorm for it. No. My opponent is just making me do the thing. And there you have it. A win with Omni. Alright, so that is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed and have a good day. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and it'll mean a lot to me.